Hello everybody, hello, welcome in to everyone who is already here with me. Decided to stream just a little bit earlier tonight, purely because I was ready. We had dinner earlier tonight, so I was able to set up and get ready, and hopefully it means we finish a bit earlier for me to go to bed sort of thing. I thought that might be a good idea as well. Welcome everyone already in chat. Hello to Angie, Zoe, Rochelle, Chrissy, Anastasia. Welcome Amanda. Amanda's in lurk mode to feed baby, nap and get ready for work. Zoe's also in lurk mode. Welcome Manna. And welcome Art Junkie and welcome Kaz. I think I've said welcome to everyone, or you could just stream longer, keep me awake at work. I would love to stream longer, but sadly I have to sleep because I do start work at 7 AM tomorrow. Welcome Monica, you're in the US. What time is it there? It's 2:07 PM where I am at. It's 7:05 here. You're not very good at being in lurk mode. Try and lurk and keep on talking. That's fine. But yeah, I'm colouring a page in Moonlight Mischief today. This is actually planned as a buddy colour with Lauren at Lauren Reed Colour. And we planned it for October, so I'm hoping that this will last me over 2 streams, which by the time I stream next, it will be the start of October. But I am doing this page, the Sleeping Tree. Oh my gosh, I thought I adjusted the camera so it's a bit better, but apparently not. There we go, that's better. It's very overexposed. But we are doing this page, the Sleeping Tree. I love how autumnal it is, super cute, perfect for the season. And just before I started streaming, I went and picked out some colours, and these are actually all from the skin tone set, which I just recently got from Vinted. And I thought, I started out looking at my big swatch sheet, which has all of the colours for Ohuhu's markers on here, and you can see I've got quite a few gaps because I don't have the full set. But the Skin Tone 36 set did fill in quite a few gaps for me, especially in the browns. So I'm happy to have a lot more browns. And then I really liked this muted orange here. So, and then I thought, you know what, why not do it as a bit of a challenge to get myself to know these markers a little bit better, and just use the Ohuhu skin tone set for the alcohol marker work on here, because I think I will probably do some pencil shading as well. So I picked out a few colours to get me started. I may pick out a few more. I'm thinking maybe, looking at it now, I'm like YR5 for these mushrooms would be good, a kind of reddish brown there. 7 AM on a Saturday, that is cruel. That's just work for me. If I'm working the morning shift, work starts on a Saturday because I'm a carer, so the work is the same every day of the week, every day of the year. It doesn't matter if it's a holiday or not, you still got the same clients who have the same needs on those days and times. So yeah, 7 AM, but that's fine. It's what I do. It seems to be I alternate each Saturday, where one I'll do a morning shift and the other one I'll do an evening shift. So for the morning it's 7 AM till 2 PM ish. Sometimes if I finish early, then I finish early. Not everyone takes the full amount of time. And then the evening shift is usually 4 till 10 PM. But again, if I finish early. So yeah, last weekend I did the evening, so this week I'm doing the morning, although work was messing me around and tried to change me to an evening shift, and I was like, nope, I've got plans, I can't do the evening. I kept trying to change it on me. It's a cute page. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to colouring this. I think it's going to be a lovely autumnal themed page. And I was thinking about doing the black background one, because as soon as I saw this, I saw the circle behind her as like a big shiny moon. But then when I checked the black background version, I saw that the circle has been blacked out and I kind of want to inverse it. Although I did recognise that there's a moon here, but I think I could put a bit of white paint pen over that, cover it up, and then go over with some shiny metallic paint to make it look like a moon. And then behind this frog is another moon. Which is fine. It can be crazy. And then because my black Ohuhu alcohol marker doesn't do well, I thought I could use a very, very dark brown, this Y13, as something a little bit different, as I never use that colour marker and I've got 2 of it now, so it'd be a good way to use some of it up. Hi Hannah, welcome in, thanks for joining. Everyone just saying hi. You're an MOA. What is an MOA? MOA. I don't know what that is. You're a retired RN, registered nurse. So you get it. You'll be crawling into bed at 7 AM after your shift. As one work schedule begins, the other starts. Medical office assistant. Ah, right, yeah. I was never going to get that. I'm being honest. I was never going to get that. I think on this page I will start by basing the tree because that will give me a good foundation to work from, and I'm going to use this one, YR9, I think. Just double check, see if there's anything else. And so now I've swatched it out there, it's looking a bit too orangey and I kind of wanted it to be a bit more neutral toned. So where's it on here? YR9. So I could do Y145, a bit more neutral. No, I think I'll keep YR9. It's a nice tree colour. Hi Vera, welcome. Lovely to have you join us. I do have to think though, because in my usual markers, the brush tip side, let me grab one for example. The brush tip side is, this is the 216 set. The brush tip side is the one which has the grey band around it, and then the other broad tip is the one which doesn't have a band, so it takes a bit of getting used to because the one with the grey band is a fine tip and the other is a brush tip. So quite often you'll probably see me pick up a pen, open at this end and go, oh no, that's the wrong end from what I want. It's the same with my pastel tone markers because those are also a fine on one tip and then brush on the other. So maybe it's something to do with the fine tip. But yeah, I put a dot on the top of all of these. I need to do the same for the skin tone markers so I don't mix them up and get confused. You're trying to confuse this autistic old lady. Oh, no. But hi, welcome in. Yeah, it like takes a bit of, I don't need that marker. Takes a bit of getting used to finding the right end of it. But yeah, as I'm doing alcohol marker colouring, I may not look up at sometimes. Not ignoring the chat, I'm just trying to colour. Right. Trying to think of where's a good space to start. I'm like, I'm trying to find like a small space to start so that I'll take the flag out, so that I can look up soon after. So let's start down here. I can also test, see. I definitely do like the colour. Yeah, I think that's a good tree colour. Don't the Ohuhu have a pick on each end? Yeah, it does. It's just from a visual aid, say it's like resting down this end, I'm not looking for what says fine and what says brush. I just look for the grey band because that's usually the brush side, but yeah, I don't look at it. I don't tend to look at this because say it's like led down like that, you can't even see it, but you can see this band the whole way through. So it's just like rewiring my brain. It's like a silly little thing. I don't understand why it's not the same for all of them, but I suppose some of the markers are brush and fine, some are brush and chisel, and then some are chisel and fine. So maybe the chisel is always no band, and then the fine's always the thick, the grey band, and then when they introduced the brush they had to switch it for the fine ones. I don't know. I'm making stuff up now. Before I go on, I'm going to continue these lines on down here because I want to do kind of a blacked out background for the whole thing. So if I want to do that, I want to extend where these tree lines end, and I do this quite often with the page. If I think a line's missing, I'll just add it in myself. I'll just try and extend it naturally, kind of thing. Lines don't have to be perfect. That looks all right. And then I grab a fine tip marker, fine liner. So this is a 0.05 one by Unipin. This isn't my favourite, but I need to use it. Yeah, much prefer the Staedtler one. And I just recently got a 0.03 Pigma Micron, which is even finer. So you can see, I don't know, can you see how tiny it is? Teeny tiny. Smaller than even the metal bit that's sticking out of it. Oh, hi Yana. Just came in from doing battle with weeds. Can hang out until I leave for work in a little over an hour. Thanks for joining, Yana. Don't know if I'd want to be weeding before work. I don't know if I'd want to be weeding full stop, actually. I'm not a outdoorsy person, personally. I just don't like it. You picked up an 8-hour shift for tomorrow, trying to make up for 5.5 months of not being able to work. Ventured into doing my very first galaxy sky using oil pastels and neon prismas. Eek! Ooh, exciting! Exciting. Good luck, Yana, on your colouring adventure there. This, I don't like that pen. I'm getting the Staedtler one. This is the pen I tend to use to go over the black outlines on my Kawaii Tarot book, because I do gold metallic paint for all the borders, and if you slightly go over with the paint, kind of fades the line work. So I'll often go over with the Staedtler. Although that's looking kind of grey and faded. Because I often use it for going over that, the end can get a bit clogged. Because of the paint that it's going over, so can apply down a bit funny. There we go, that's better. I'll wait for that to fully dry and then go over with some, then erase the other lines on there. I'll carry on here. I'm not sure whether to do these bits as like holes on the tree or leaves like scattered down it, because the amount that are there, I think it would be odd if they were all holes. So I think I might do them a variety of colours of the leaves. Ooh. Erasing the pencil there. Okay, before my aqua marker dries. I looked at the weeds today and said I need to weed them whilst walking by. Late dinner for me too, busy binge watching, nice. I'd rather be knee deep in weeds and working in my garden than just about anything. I'm an outside person. Yeah, I'm very much the opposite Yana in that case. I am an indoor cat, literally. I like being indoors with my cat. I just don't like the outside. That's why I'm so pale. I can't do my garden anymore because of my EDS. My mother-in-law planted loads of plants in my garden and then ran away back to Wales, and now I'm stuck with plants to look after. I'm not a garden person. Oh no, Amanda. It's like, it's nice of her, but now you've got to maintain it. Our neighbour uses our front garden to do some gardening, and she's been working on it the past week or so. Don't know what she's planting or doing, but I think she's putting everything up and starting fresh, because she was, for a few years, she was using our front garden for like fruits and vegetables and things like that, because we weren't going to use it, so we were like, you can use it. She was looking to get an allotment, so we said you could use ours for free. Which I don't know if you have allotments in the US or other countries, but an allotment is kind of like a paid garden. So say people live in a flat where they don't have any garden space, or they live in a house that doesn't have garden space, or they live in a house that does but they want more garden space to plant things, then they can purchase an allotment or rent out an allotment. And it's just a load of like garden patches that they can plant and do whatever they want with. Put a greenhouse in, plant veggies and fruit. As a kid, I'm only allowed inside to pee and eat during the summer. You're only an indoor plant person now? Fair enough, Art Junkie. Where I live, it's full of native everythings, and some of which I don't want in my flower beds, so it's a constant job to keep the unwanted where they belong. Hi Holly, hi Saturn, welcome in. Amanda's been enjoying walking recently, but mostly an indoor person. Yana grew up camping, fishing, boating, etc. I did spend a lot of time in the outdoors when I was a kid. Like really big garden. I say big, it wasn't huge, but like in comparison to other people's gardens, it was quite big to play in. I enjoyed going to the woods for walks and things like that, and then I just, as I became older, I just really didn't care for it. We have them, but they are super hard to get. Ah, fair enough. We're the same here, mostly a lot of patches together, and they can also sit there a whole day. Yeah. We have community gardens here, but you don't have to pay for it. First come, first served. Ah, interesting. Don't know how much it is, but it just means that it's more controlled and organised, and you know you've got your allocated space and can do whatever you want with that, rather than have to worry about other people encroaching in. Not sure if that's a thing in Scotland. Oh, interesting. I suppose Scotland, compared to the UK, has a lot more open land. Things aren't as built up. At least that from my impression of Scotland. I know that's overgeneralising, and obviously you've got your city areas. I think I'm just unaware. That could be something like that somewhere. Fair enough. Oh, you do have allotments. It's uneducated on some things. I want to try starting one once my foot settles down from surgery. It's hard to have my foot down too much because of swelling, but yes. Oh, starting a YouTube channel. Nice. Love to see everyone starting their channels and giving them the support. Don't know if you all saw, but Shelley from Shell's Colouring Journey did her autumn randomizer video today. And, oh, I've been waiting for that for a while. It was nice to see her back doing some more content on YouTube. I understand why she took a break, to spend time with the family. But yeah, nice to see some more videos from her. I've got my October plans video, which will be going out very soon. I'll see if I have the energy to film it tomorrow. I'm hoping I might, after work. I was meant to have a video up today, and then it's uploaded. I just haven't made a thumbnail for it yet. And I kept going to make the thumbnail and then getting distracted doing other things. It seems to be my life a lot at the moment, where I can't seem to hold attention on one thing for too long at all. Like with my colouring, I keep colouring little bits of a page and then go, nope, don't want to do this, and suddenly get inspiration for another page and start that, which is absolutely fine. I don't mind working between a lot of whips, but it's just a bit of a change from how I was working over the summer, where I was starting a page and continuing with that page until it was finished pretty much. Which that in itself was quite different from me, because usually I'd actively work between about 10 whips at a time. But then suddenly wasn't having so many whips on the go at once. But now I seem to be back to that. I think it might have been to do with the fact that I was having a bit of a colouring slump the last couple of weeks, which thankfully I'm out of now. Being a lot more inspired to colour. I've still got lots of video ideas. It's just finding the time and energy to film them. I'll probably focus on creating them for October now rather than this month. because I have some plans videos, like my October plans, and then a haul video I want to do for October, not October, for September. And then I've also got a project for October that I want to do a video to announce and prepare for. So that will be kind of higher on my priority than all my other ideas that I was planning on doing for September, and then just fell into a slump and never got around to doing it. Once I get to the end of this bit of the tree, I will look back up at your comments again. I'm trying to keep it, the alcohol marker, reasonably wet, so it looks nice and smooth, although I forgot about that area. Almost there. Right. Back to the comments. Okay, I've missed a lot of comments. Yes, Saturn, definitely let us know when you start. You've been on support to Google all day, such fun. Oh, hate that, Amanda. What were your issues with Google? Just watched Shell's video, loved how she did it. Yeah, it's funny because I was thinking for my next randomizer video to do, write out my books and pick them out from a jar. So it's funny how she did that. Now it's going to seem like I copied her, which it's fine if you copy people. You can. I copied the idea from her in the first place, but I had that idea already from my previous randomizer, just to be able to put in books that I don't want, like, and the wheel is crazy when you've got over 200 books. Just have it a little bit easier to manage. Or lots of people watching it later. Nice. I was about to say switfelling. Footswelling is no joke. I learned the hard way because I wanted to colour so bad a few weeks after surgery. Or Amanda's posting October plans on Sunday if you get it edited on time. Lovely. Art Junkie's going live at 7 PM Eastern time tonight, but there's always rewatch. I will be doing one of my intricate mandalas in red, black and gold. Lovely. That'd be great to have. I will be very much asleep at that point because I think that's what if it I can't remember what time you said it was for you. Going back up at the chat. 2:07, so 5 hours after 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 AM, yeah. 2 AM. Early in the morning. No. I'm mostly filming the completed pages and directly after the plans video. Going to try this weekend, otherwise Monday. Lovely. Yeah, Vera, congrats on your memberships. Yeah, that's really exciting. I'm especially interested about your top tier one. It sounds so cool. Totally feel you. So many plans, so little time. You have to do crazy amounts of pre-recording for October and December because of mother-in-law visiting. At least you can tend to my plants. Yeah, just send her out to the garden. Be like, right, go to the garden, film a video. Chrissy's working on double page 2. Lovely. You're doing one near the back of the book with flowers and 2 people. Did I miss what page you said, Yana? Oh, here. Yeah, I did. You put all your autumn/Halloween books on your TBC shelf, and pages picked. Current page is a double page in City Among the Stars for Space Timber, hence the galaxy sky. Was that the one that you showed me on, you sent me an image of? If so, that's such a cool page. Any hashtags I should be following? There is one by someone, oh, can't remember who it was, but it's called a Bootiful, like boo as in boo, and then tiffle, beautiful. Oh no, what's happening? Can't remember who's it. Beautiful. Lean 3 class. Lean 3 class. I can't speak. Lean 3 crafts. Leandri. Yeah, she's doing the beautiful hashtag, which is anything Halloween spooky themed. Want to know how to get into groups and buddy colours? I need some help to colour. Amanda, just reach out to people. If you watch a video and someone says you're part of a group buddy colour, just message them, DM them on Instagram and ask to be added into the group, and they'll happily add you. Or sometimes it's a limited group, and almost all the time people will be happy for you to join the group. And project books, you can ask for them, and well, considering you've got your channel now, you can say if you want a buddy colour, just contact me, DM me, put it in my comments, and we can organise something. Yeah, it was YouTube is a great way of being able to connect with people, and doing just that buddy colour call outs. You'll always get some people responding to them. Google Help was for AdSense. I'm locked out of it and can't get paid from YouTube right now, and it's impossible to speak to someone who understands my issue. Google support was saying they can't help. That's so annoying. You joined a group on Facebook for buddy colours? I would do one for you. Yeah, Facebook's another good one. I don't use Facebook for my colouring because I don't want my full name to be out there. But yeah, often there'll be group buddy colours, monthly or bi-monthly group buddy colours, and those are very open. Like I'm in one for Dragonspell, Story of Precious Cats, the Witches series, a colouring book by Usiku, both of the Fairy Tales books by Emily Liedhall Oberg. I'm in one for the Seasons book by Hannah Carlson, although I never participate in that. I never have, but I'm part of it. Ooh. You haven't filmed your first video yet about your 4 finished colouring books. That'll be great to watch that, Anastasia, when you do. Definitely let us know. You haven't filmed it yet, just need to do it. Yeah, Vera's got Dragonspell group. Yes, they're all on Instagram. All of my buddy colour groups that I'm part of are on Instagram. And before I had YouTube, I used to do a post on Instagram. I'd take a picture of all my books and be like, buddy colour call out. Anyone wants to buddy colour in any of these books, let me know. And that was a way that I met a lot of friends that I do several buddy colours with over the months. And like once you find some people, then you can, even if it's not the same book every month, you can still organise a buddy colour every month or every couple of months, depending on your mood. It's a great way of being able to make friends amongst the colouring community and connect with lots of different people. And yeah, it doesn't matter how big or small you are in the colouring community. I don't think anyone who has been contacted for a buddy colour has ever said no. Well, if they have, it's not because of you, it's because they're not doing buddy colours at that time, or they've taken on too many. They wouldn't reject you if you don't like. Colouring, I think, is such a inclusive community. We're not one that sees numbers and goes, oh yeah, I wouldn't buddy colour with you because you've only got 100 followers. Like, no, I don't pay any attention to that. Someone asks me, I say yes. I'm a bit addicted to buddy colours though. I just have to say yes. But it's great and I love them. and they inspire me to actually colour in the books that I say that I want to colour in. So doing the plans video and saying I want to do these, if anyone has them, reach out for a buddy colour. October, I'm definitely a bit busy though, although I say I'm busy, I keep organising more because there's still things that I want to do. As I said, I just can't say no. A little bit addicted to buddy colours. Right, do this bit section of the tree, then I'll check the chat again. Or like, say you see someone do a haul of new colouring books and you go, oh, I've got that colouring book too and I want to colour in it. Just shoot them a message. Like, I'm sure they'd be more than happy to have you. Because I think a lot of us, when we get books, we're like, yes, I love this book. Then it sits on our shelf for a while and we don't colour in it. And having a buddy to colour your first page can be really helpful to actually getting yourself started in it. Where is the seasons one? It's on Instagram. Who hosts it? Let me see who the admin is for it. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, they do a page every other month. It's a group. Where's the group? The issue is I have so many messages from lots of people, it's hard to find things now. I just searched for seasons and I can't find it. Yeah, it's one of those groups where they wait until the end of the month and then share them all at the same time. Anna Carlson Colour Group is what it's called. And can I see who an admin is? Doodle Robot and Carrie Kay, and I believe probably Mindy. Yeah, Mindy from Colouring with Cats Among Orchids. So if you message Colouring with Cats Among Orchids, Mindy, she can add you on Instagram for anyone that is interested. If anyone ever sees a book in my videos and wants to buddy, send me a DM. Love doing buddies. Yeah, absolutely. I tend to have YouTube videos playing on my TV while I'm playing with my son, so I forget to comment, but I'll try harder to remember to go back. That's fair enough. I do the same, or I'll be watching it late at night and I'm too tired to type a comment, or I'm colouring whilst watching, so I forget, or I don't comment, and I think, okay, I'll go back to comment, and yeah, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Anastasia's first buddy colour was in the Matchstick Mouse book. Lovely. That's so true, Jess. I just started and had 300 subscribers when someone with 7k asked me to do a buddy. So honoured, but in the end, we're all just people. Exactly. Like, I think that's the lovely thing about the colouring community. Like, even though someone can have a fair amount of subscribers, like, they're no better than anyone else. Well, the same with any YouTube channel, really, but YouTube can get a bit gatekeepy in a way. You reached out to Polly for a buddy and we have 2 planned now. Lovely. You've just got Hidden Oceans. Ooh, do you guys want to see a book flip through that I just got in the mail today? It's a Vinted buy, cost me £4 and I'm obsessed. If you want to see a flip through, let me know and I'll do a quick one for you guys. You're very open to a buddy colour in Hannah Carlson, The Witch's Cottage or Kingdom of the Forest. Those are both lovely books. Hi Sarah, welcome. Saturn's doing one with Polly as well. Yeah, I've done a few buddy colours with Polly as well. She's very open to buddy colours. From Hannah Carlson, I have Daydreams, Midnight Masquerade and Summer Night. The cardboard pages books, I don't know if all the pages in there. Oh, the artist edition of Summer Nights, yeah. I think I have 1,000 subs less than you, Jess, but just started posting about colouring again recently, so it's like I'm a newbie again. Yeah, I'm sure like, you've got quite a few subscribers, Amanda, but I think some of them are more focused on when you were doing your watercolory art, things like that. So it's just finding your groove back into the colouring again. And that's a fun, but Jess, really want one of hers. Think I have to do a splurge on illustrators I don't own yet. Honestly, I love it. And yeah, got it on Vinted. Quite a few of Camilla de Erico's books are on Vinted. And this one hasn't been coloured in. It's a little bit yellowed around the edges, but I think that's just because it's an old book that had been sat on a shelf for a while. I can give you a quick flip. I just love it. Look at that little dog with the moon as its head. I don't know if you can see. Barely see it, like a bit yellowed around the edges, but you get that with any older book. It can happen to your own that you've owned for a while as well, so happy with this. So cute. I think I was looking at this page and thought this would be great to do that dopamine colouring thing that Sarah Renee Clark had shared on her socials the other day, of just kind of like scribbling on it. I think that would be a fun one. A lot of these would work well for that dopamine colouring because it's very loose in its art style as well. We just got a couple of hers, lovely. Oh, look at that flower fairy, so good. And look at this little guy in the tree. Since getting Flights of Fancy, I've really fallen in love with her art style. And I wanted to get this for the Halloween season and hopefully do a page in it next month. Spider warning, although this spider is adorable. Frankenbee, love the Frankenbee. And the steampunk hat here is really cool. Love that owl, he is so cute. And the pages with all the pumpkins on. I feel like I want to do one of either this page or there's another one with a cat and pumpkins that I'd quite like to do for next month. I love this. I love this hedgehog, this evil looking hedgehog. I got this for £4 and then plus delivery, which was £2 something. It was a really great bargain. So cute. Oh, look at that monster with all the sweets. Cute. I love this Beauty and the Beast one. I also ordered Catitude, so that I'm getting. And I ordered the Creepy Kawaii Halloween book because I'd ordered it on Amazon. And then they emailed me today saying it's been delayed to the 20th of October. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not waiting until almost the end of October to get a Halloween book. Absolutely ridiculous for a book that's been out for months in the US. Look at that creature, it's so cute. Little Cerberus. I love that ghosty. These are cute. This is the other one that I'm thinking about, the cat with the pumpkin. I just love colouring pumpkins. I absolutely love it. You just picked that book after Polly's flip through. Oh, the Catitude one. Yeah, seeing her flip through, I was like, oh, I need to get it. The more and more flip throughs I saw of Catitude, the more and more I was like, I need it. I fell in love with it the first time I saw it, and then I kept seeing it and being like, getting some FOMO. It's like I saw Jackie from, oh my gosh, what's her channel name? Jackie does all the watercolour. What is her channel name? Jackie. She's Australian. I cannot think of what her channel is. I'm sure someone will pop it. Spare Room Studio. Thank you, Saturn. I knew someone would comment it. The name completely escaped me. But yeah, I saw Spare Room Studio, Jackie did the double page Catitude one with the cats and the strawberries. Oh, it looks so good. I love it. I love this kind of creepy Cheshire Cat looking guy. Yeah, really looking forward to receiving Catitude. This one's so cute. Just a little hedgehog. Ooh. And a little bat at the back. That would be a really quick, easy. Oh, pardon me. easy page to colour. So yeah, really happy to have that book in my collection finally. Out of all of Camilla de Erico's books, like her older ones, that was the one that I had my eye on for ages. And then I got Flights of Fancy and I was like, okay, yeah, now I need to get it. Now I need to actually get it. And I think with my Neocolor 2s that I've recently got as well, they're going to work so well in that book. And it'll be a great practice book for doing like lots of fun techniques with the Neocolor 2s. Creating that kind of dappled, textured background. Because I did talk about that in my last live stream, and I did watch a tutorial by Karen where she shows you how, like, the difference in technique to get a smooth versus kind of dappled look. It's all about kind of just doing lots of dots with your brush and doing more random scribbles of colour rather than just flat colouring it, which is what I had been doing, which has given me a nice smooth result. But I do love that kind of dappled look for backgrounds. You saw that page too. It's stunning. Yeah, it looks great. I mean, you guys know I love cats, and I think that book is such a unique cat themed colouring book. The fact that they're not all just cute, pretty little cats. There's cats with attitude, like grumpy looking cats, kind of the less pretty looking cats, the less perfect looking cats, just really funny scenes. And a real great variety of different breeds of cats as well. So you can have fun practicing different colours for the cats. Yeah, it looks great. Now I want to plan another bloody colour as well. I tell you what, another book that I want to get, thanks to you, Vera, is the Creatures Great and Small book. I don't know who it's by though. You've got it in a different language. But to me it looks like a colour your own reference book with all the different animals in it. It looks so cool. And I was very close to getting it, and then I was like, no, I keep saying I'll stop buying books, but recently I've been needing that kind of dopamine hit of the joy of getting books in the mail. And I am colouring in the books I had that I wanted to colour. Even thinking of destashing another 2 books, which gives me more of an excuse to buy a couple more. The Book of Beasts, the other one. Yeah, I've got the Book of Beasts. It's the animal one. In English it's called Creatures Great and Small. It looks really cool. Is it the same size as the Book of Beasts, Vera? Because it looks big. And sort of like high quality. But I haven't actually checked out the sizing on the listing. But you can get that book for really cheap. It's on Amazon on like a new and used copy for like £3.50. Because it doesn't seem like it's being produced anymore, but you can find lots of secondhand copies. No, it's smaller. Ah, fair enough. Is it like the same size as like a Johanna Basford or a Kirby then? I got 24 tin Albert Durers the other day along with the Escape to Oz book. Nice. I do enjoy using my Albert Durers. You got 12? 12 is not enough. Yeah, I can imagine 12 is just a bit... I mean, 12 of any pencil is too limited in my opinion. That one is so cute. Yes, it's in my plans pile for this month. Not going to happen, I'm afraid. You've been buying crystals recently, lol. Love that. You've got 60, still not enough. need to turn my phone off because the light is making my baby wake up. Oh no. Place a blanket over you, over your phone, over your head. Just placed an order with the Swimming Owl this morning. I'm so excited for a book delivery. Yes, I've got a couple of her books on my wish list now. The Cozy Cottage Core and the Witchy Wonders. Is that what it's called? Those two books. Those are the two that appealed most to me. They look lovely. No, it's smaller. It is high quality. Nice. Amanda will be back in a bit. I'll send you a picture. Flowerscape is laying on top now. Oh, okay. Let me have a look. Come on. Refresh. I saw it buzz through on my phone, your message. So, it was what your on your heads. Whoops. Oh dear. Oh, I've got to go on mobile app. Let me just very, very quickly check that. I don't know if my video will cut out. Hopefully that didn't cut out for too long. I mean, I could just look up the book. Why did I just say? Great. And I can show you guys too if you're interested in what it is. Yeah, you can buy it on Amazon UK for £3.67. Just share my browser here. So this is the book I'm on about, and the pages are beautiful. They're pages filled with different animals, and I see it as like it's a colour your own reference book. Yeah, I do love the look of this. It's by Lucy Engelman, and I looked to see if she had any more books, and sadly it seems that she doesn't. Let's have a look at the dimensions. Oh no, I don't want honey. Yeah, I got the picture on my phone. Thank you. Like a little bit taller, a bit wider than Flowerscape. Dimensions. There we go. It is. No, that's still not. No, it doesn't say the dimensions. Oh well. Which were the other books you said you bought? The Catitude and Creepy Kawaii Halloween book, because I got an email today from Amazon saying my pre-order had been delayed to the 20th of October, and I don't want a Halloween book at the end of October. No sorry. Right. Next, I'm going to colour the little fox. I'm going to use YR8. You did the Witchy one and the Whimsical Forest one. Nice, Chrissy. Yeah, those are... She looks like a lovely artist. And I did check out her YouTube channel as well. $28 by $26. Also quite big. 28. Comparing it to the Book of Beasts. 28. Yeah, this one's a tiny bit smaller than the Book of Beasts. Interesting. Because the Book of Beasts is 29.5 by 26. So yeah, I think that may be ending up in my basket at the end of this stream tonight. The Creature's Great and Small. Shella's made me want the romantic gothic book. I keep seeing that book from people and thinking, okay, this is cute, but then I think, actually, no, this is really not my style. It's a beautiful book, great artwork, but just it's not my style. And that's okay, not every book is your style. A fox's paw's white. I feel like I should leave them white. I'm not entirely sure. Still a bit bigger than a mythographic, yeah. Yeah, a little bit bigger than the normal square colouring books, but a bit bigger than that. Hashtag not enabling. 100% enabling. Just you having that quick flip through of it, I was just like, ooh, I like this. I really do like this. Is this a fox as well? It doesn't look like a fox, but if it's not a fox, then what is it? If it's not a fox, then what is it? Oh, I actually got to hear my neighbour had foxes last night. When I said they were screaming, they were screaming. Foxes are kind of crazy because even for us who know and hear foxes every now and then, not all the time, you're still like, what is that? Oh yeah, it's a fox. Looks like a ferret or a weasel or a squirrel or a fox. Got a whole menagerie here. Yeah, not sure what colour to do it. You have a coffee date after work and it's pouring with rain today. Oh no, Anastasia. Hate the rain, hate the rain. Thick tail. Squirrel. Brown is always good. Yeah, I mean, if in doubt, colour it brown. The ears are different from the foxes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, it's got more rounded ears. Do it like a... Not sure. Right. Need brown for the nose. Oh, this is kind of a browny black. That works for the nose. And I want to get out... Oh, which one did I say earlier? YR5 for the mushroom tops. YR5. Hi Kimberlyn, welcome in. Late again. No worries, I did start quite a bit early today as well. I just checked Amazon and eBay, and the Book of Beasts is £44 to £50. No, don't pay that. It's on Amazon for £3.67 with free delivery. I will share the link to what I can see. And on Blackwell's it was £5.99. Oh, the Book of Beasts. Sorry, I was on about the other book. I got mine from Amazon and it was about £4. I'm just going to Google it. Oh, search it again. Book of Beasts. Here it is. Angela Rizza. Oh gosh, 49. Yeah, I bought it in June and it was a lot cheaper. It was like £3, £4. Colouring book. I'm gonna Google it, see if I can find it. £40. Got the Book of Prehistoric Beasts of like the dinosaurs. I was very lucky to get it when I did. Maybe it's one of those books that you just got to find at the right time from the right seller. But yeah, I was really lucky to get that. It was I think it was like £3-4, something like that. Because I flipped it at Zoe's house and was like, yep, I love this. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy this. It's not in print, you have to get lucky, yeah. Okay, not weasels, they have thin tails. Mongooses are thicker. This is very thick. It's as thick as the foxes, really. I'll just do it brown. I've also tried to get me the Hannah Carson Halloween book, but it wouldn't come in time for his Europe trip. Oh no. I'm getting mine on Sunday. I can't wait. I've been waiting for so long because it arrived pretty quick, but it arrived to Zoe's house because we did a joint order and Zoe did the order. So I've just been waiting for a good time to go to Zoe's to pick it up, and I'm going to hers on Sunday. So I'll be glad to finally have it in my hands. Yeah, checking I have the... I found my marks have been extra bleedy today. That's alright. You're doing research. Tara. Look at Tara, it's a type of weasel. You really want to get the Halloween book? Yeah, it looks so good. Is it still available on iMusic? Because I know last year with Godule it sold out pretty quickly and didn't get a reprint until after Christmas, so quite a few people missed out. I am planning on pre-ordering Maria Troll's Seasons, and then along with that I'm going to get the Cozy Winter Bliss colouring book by Emily Liederholt-Oberg because it looks adorable and it'll help me justify the shipping a bit more. It is $5.99 shipping. And then those will get shipped together when they're both ready. It's £22.50 on a national web shop. Yes, checked this morning. Ah, okay, so it's still available. That's good. Right, I'm going to pop you on the Be Back Soon screen, guys, as I need to go to the toilet. So I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Right, I'm back. Here we go. The classic filler question, what's everyone colouring this morning whilst I'm at the toilet? That's a good question. Saturn's doing mythographic comic Cosmic Spirit. Oh, did you say you were doing, was it you that was doing the Aries page? How's it going? Oh, hello Paulina, welcome in. Kimberlyn's just finished 6 of Coins and Quiet Tarot. It's a buddy colour. Yes, I still need to do that, but it's quite a simple page, so I know it won't take me long. I think I'll bring that book with me to Zoe's on Sunday because I like to use Artex in that book, and I know I'm bringing my Artex with me, so Quiet Tower will be a good one to do. And I've still got the strength page to finish. I did some basing and need to do the pencil shading on top. So he sent me some pickies. So now I'll be finishing up my double page Tales from the City Among the Stars and starting World of Flowers. Lovely. Vera's finishing Colin Thompson page of the month, finally. Haha. Oh yeah. Those pages look amazing once coloured in, but seeing the grayscale, I find it so intimidating, that book. His artwork's incredible. We also have an Alice in Wonderland page going that I'm working on. It's a scene with the puppy from the Forest Divers book. Lovely. Not me doing the Aries page, you're doing the Appellate Justice. Nice. I know there was someone here that said they were doing Aries recently. Sarah's colouring in the Johanna Basford colouring planner. Fun. Every year I look at that planner and I'm like, do I get it? Because I think it would be fun to just have a book that you colour a page a week in, and I could write down in the planner section what I colour each day as kind of a fun memory tracker. Even if I don't necessarily colour the page, then I've got it there. But every time I'm like, eh. Oh, here's some pictures. What's this? What's this guy? He is that does look like a picture of my guy. Kind of a dark body. I'm just going to do a generic brown colour. Probably match this bird down here or something. Have those two be the same kind of browns. You have your first whip in Witch's Cottage because it's your double page spread. Lovely. You're about to do your first page in Disney Babies Colour by Numbers. Nice. Can't wait for your Artex to get here. I managed to touch the page up after they arrived because of that paper. What pencils did you use in it, Kimberlyn? Because Quiet Tower is one of those books where polychromos specifically work absolutely horribly. I've only ever done one page in that book with polychromos. And if you know me, like, Eerie is a bad book to use polychromos in, but I will push through. I can get them to work about, like, good enough. But in Quiet Tower, it's terrible. Absolutely awful. I can't do it. Your son is colouring kitties next to me. Lovely, Sarah. That's so nice that you're colouring together. I was working in my Nelco Neko book and then switched to my Disney mystery book. Nice, Paulina. Good way to break up your page. Break up your busy page, I mean. I saw a massive moon behind the tree and then looked again and saw a tiny moon. Getting the circle is just for decoration. Yeah, I touched on this right at the start of the stream. That when I saw this page, I thought, ooh, this would look good with a black background and a nice big shiny moon. And I was like, oh, they've probably done that for the black paper set of images. I think I did this in my plans or something like that. Then this is black, and then I noticed that there's a moon in the centre. And it would look weird, a moon on a moon. So what I'm going to do is use a white paint pen, go over the moon. In fact, I'll do that now. It'll probably take a couple of layers. White paint pen over the moon. And then go over it with a shiny metallic watercolour. Because that's what I want to do for my page. Otherwise, I'm like, what's the point of the circles? Because you've got a couple of circles here behind the frog and behind the owls. I'm going to do that metallic as well. Although, actually, now I said that, because I'm going to use Y13, which is a very, very dark brown, pretty much black, just for something different. And you probably won't be able to see the black lines behind it. So maybe I will, although I think you might actually. So maybe I could just colour over it and not have 3 crazy moons in some alien planet. I was going to say I'd be tempted to white out the moon and then create a glow on it from the back of the tree/animals. Yep, whiten out the moon. Moon? What moon? This is my moon. Just your Castle Art set. I don't have a good set, that's why I was okay ordering the Artex after you suggested them. Okay, that's good, Kimberlyn. It'd be nice to have a different range of colours. Yeah, let me grab Quiet Arrow and I can say what pencils I've used and how I like them. So before I got any of the other ones, this was Arteza, and Arteza worked pretty well. The waxier the pencil, I think it works better in this book. This was the only one I did with polychromos, and it's just, they did not layer well. The background's very pencil textured, which sometimes I don't mind the pencil textured look, but for this I like the smooth layer of colour. Kind of distracted it with a lot of metallic watercolour on it though. Shiny! This was... what was this? I think Arteza again. And this was based with water-based markers. It's another thing about this book. Do not base with water-based markers. For the minor arcana cards at the back, which are double-sided, just don't do it, because they do bleed through. Dark colours and light colours alike, they bleed through, which for these I don't mind. That was because I dropped a bit of water on the page. This was Prismacolors, I think. Prismacolors work well in here. Vibrant. And then I think these were Arteza again, because I like the greens. I wasn't sure what to do with the mountains, so I did a similar idea to here. Just picked a variety of tones of greens. This was Black Widows, maybe? So I'm thinking that colour for the arches there. I managed to get a really smooth layer of water-based marker for the background. That is a blue water-based marker, and because it was quite a light colour it applied well. But you can see even that has bled through. All of the colours in the rainbow bled through, because this was all based with water-based markers. Mainly the Tombows. Yeah, it applied really smoothly. But then I went to do it for another page and it didn't. This was Prismacolors. Yeah, here I started using a blue water-based marker and realised it's going to look so streaky, so switched to an alcohol marker instead. So I do have a weird patch, but I think that's better than having it entirely be streaky. And it would have used up a lot of my marker as well. This was with... I don't know what this was with. I think Artex actually. And then this is the one I'm working on. I've been using Artex for this as well. And then for the minor arcana ones, which I've done more of, Black Widows on that one. So yeah, I do go back to Black Widows quite often. Arteza for that one. Black Widows again. Black Widows. Arteza. Oh, these were Arteza. Yeah, definitely Arteza with the colours. This is the one that we are doing. That will take me a couple of hours, an hour or two. And a little hint for you guys. I want to colour this one, the 5 of coins, next month because it suits a prompt. I wonder what in this page suits a prompt for next month. But yeah, little sneak preview for you. I have told a couple of people what the prompts are. So don't say if you actually know, but yeah. This one was Black Widows. That was Artex, was it? Yes, Artex. This was Brute Funas. Brute Funas worked pretty well. Nice smooth colour. Yeah, Zoe knows. This was Arteza. Like, it's nice that this book, the Arteza pencils work well, because I do kind of neglect my Arteza pencils, and then I remember how much I like them in this book and I bring them back out again. These were all Artex. I do want to do this one. Got this. I went through this book for all the prompts I've got planned for the rest of the year, and this was one of the pages. I don't know where I wrote that down actually. Can I see it there? No. I wrote it down somewhere, but I went through and planned a page for each of the prompts, or for some of the prompts. This was Black Widows. That one's nice. And then this one was Artex, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Maybe yes. I don't know. It's hard to remember. Yeah, I've got a note in the back of the book here. If I do 5 by the end of the year, that will mean that I have to do... If I do 5 more pages before the end of the year, then that would mean I have 3 a month to do next year to finish this book in a year. That's the kind of calculations I do in my spare time. But if I get up to... If I do Strength and the Hermit, then this would be 1 a month, the major arcanas for next year. And then 2 of the... Oh, I can't remember, actually. I can't remember if that 3 a year was including these or not. It might not be. But yeah, I'm hoping to get a few more than 5 done before the end of the year, just so it's less overwhelming, because 3 is a lot. But I will have finished 50 mythical miniatures by the end of the year. And to replace that, I'm focusing on Twilight Tarot. Oh, sorry, I was just plugging my laptop in. Right, catching up on my comments. Okay, my monster of a double page spread is finished. Okay, I had a lot of fun. Glad you had fun, Vera. Looking forward to seeing that. Artex is amazing compared to Castle Art. You will like them, Kimberlyn. Oh, that's good to know. I always feel kind of worried recommending pencils and products to people because everyone likes pencils slightly differently. Like, even with books, like I've coloured in a book and said I really like polychromos in this book, and someone else has coloured in that same book with the same pencils and said I really hate them. So I'm always a bit hesitant to recommend things, but it's good to hear other people also recommending them in comparison to other pencil sets sort of things. Oh yeah, I learned the hard way. I like my Faber-Castell black editions in that book. Oh yeah, I can imagine those work well because they're quite similar in the pencil design, at least, to the Black Widows, and they work well. Mainly it's just the polychromos that I'm like, absolutely never again. And it is a harder, like, you don't get as smooth a finish as you do in other books. It's hard to work with, so yeah. I feel like the prompt is a 3-letter word. It's not. Not the one on that page anyway. They're all so cute. Thank you, Paulina. You used Arteza in a mythographic and thought I was going to lose my mind. Crazy how different pencils worked differently in various books. Yeah, well, I used to use Arteza a lot in Hannah Carson's books. I quite liked them in there. And what else have I used them a lot in? Because I used to use them a lot. Because if I grab my set of Artezas, you can see. You can see by the pencil sizes. In fact, I've pulled some out to work on. You can see I've used them a lot because look at these little nubby greens. And because of these little nubby greens, I'm reluctant to use them again because I really love this range of greens. They're such a great versatile set of greens. So I used them a lot for that. I mean, other colours not so much. But the browns, these 2 browns are pretty short as well. But yeah, I have used them a lot. They have seen their love. But that's the kind of issue I have with the budget pencils, that if I use them a lot, like the Artex, I'm starting to try and resist using so much because a lot of the browns and the greens are getting quite small. And there's no way of buying them open stock yet. Although, what was it? Woomer are going to start doing open stock, aren't they? Although being Dory, I only remember one of them, and that's because you just prompted my memory, oh dear. To be honest, Zoe, I do the same. I think someone asked me in a stream the other week what my prompts were for this month, and I could name 2 of them because I was actively working on pages of 2 of them, and then I was like, what's the other one? What's the other one? It's like if I'm actively working on a prompt, then I'll remember it. Actually, I think I can name this month's prompts. It's monster, book, vegetable, and oh dear, what's the last one? Monster, book, vegetable. Is it llama or owl? Sloth. It's sloth. I think. Or is that next month? Have I spoiled something? It's deer. I think sloth's next month. I knew it was an animal and I knew it was a fairly common animal. Yeah, it was deer. Llama was last month. Sloth's coming up. Spoiler. Yeah, I was like, as soon as I said llama, I was like, I don't think it is llama actually. Yeah, it's because I'm not working on a page with a deer. Actually, that's a lie. I've done a page with a deer, but it was very, very quick. Ooh, I have the sloth book. Yay! Yeah, it was sloth and llama, because there's a million sloths and a million llamas. I kind of hesitated using them because there's a whole book dedicated to them, but they pop up in a lot of different books, so I thought, okay, now's the time to use them. Pencil texture is exactly the problem. I tried to blend gold and you can see the dark brown pencil lines. Never again with anything except Arctex, unless I get another set. Depends on your colouring style too, Kimberlyn. I highly recommend prisms or polys, depending on how you colour, definitely. Harder pencil is bad in that book, yeah, definitely. I just started this past summer. As my Castle Arts wear down, I will replace them with polychromos open stock, and when the Artex wear down, I'll replace them with Prismacolors open stock. Nice! That's an idea to start building your pencil collections. Right, what am I going to colour next? Maybe these owls. I want to give them a lighter coloured chest. So I'm thinking milk white YR212. This pen, weirdly, so that's not a good example. You can see here, it's a sans serif font, which means it's just nice straight lines. YR8 salmon. This one, for some reason, they've brought out a serif. It's like an old typewriter looking font. And it's literally just this one marker. Why? Why have you done that? It's so random. Yeah, just a minor thing that I found when I was swatching. I was like, ugh, why is it got a serif font? I had so many plans for deer pages, but just couldn't get to it. I had a buddy help me with the deer page. She'd just got the A Million Baby Animals, and I was flipping through and went, oh, I've got this as a whip that I started ages ago. And I was like, would you like to do this? And she was like, yeah, let's do that one. So it was great to get a whip finished, and we've got another page with a long-term whip for me planned for next month. So that's another thing I love about my buddies. Sorry I took us down a Kawaii Tarot path. No problem, Kimberlyn. I love going down our little side tangents. It's probably more than anyone ever wanted to know about Kawaii Tarot. Well, I love Kawaii Tarot, so... Arteza have really disappeared off the face of the earth, haven't they? Just look to Vinted, eBay, Amazon, etc. for 120 set, and nope. I like their pencils. I have the 72 set, and I think Steve has the 72 and 120, although the 120 might be the watercolours. I do remember you saying that Steve has the watercolour ones, because I was thinking about getting them, because I was like, oh, I want to replace some of these greens. You can get the Arteza pencils in a set of 3s, but I don't want 3 green like, I don't need 3 of a pencil. Just give me 3 different pencils. Why do I need to buy them in 3s? So it just made it less worth it, kind of thing, for me. Right, then the owl itself. I'm going to go YR148. Yeah, Arteza have always been a bit of a funny company in terms of availability of their products. Like, they've always been hard to find their pencils and pens and supplies because they're constantly going in and out of stock. You don't know when or if they will come back in stock. I know some people have like stockpiled the Arteza supplies kind of thing. The website is like a ghost town too. Oh, Yeah, I haven't checked them in ages, so yeah, you don't hear so much about them, but 2 years ago there were loads of people using the Arteza pencils. Yeah, nowadays not so much. Right, I'm going to use the same brown colour for this guy here, whoever you are. Ferret, stoat, squirrel. I don't know. You're brown now. I'll do this bird brown as well. I've been wanting to buy Artex, but keep hearing they're similar to Prismas, which I have. What do you all think? No, they are absolutely nothing like Prisma. I don't think anything ever, potentially will ever be like Prismas. I think it's such a... People bought Artex, they're like, are these the next Prismacolor? They're really not. They really are not. They are very different in their quality and lay down. They're not as waxy as Prismacolors, but their colour range, I think you can see they were very much inspired by Prismacolors. So this is the 150 of Prismacolors, and then this is the Artex. Their colour ranges are very similar, so they've got like their yellowy bright greens, they have that down here, they have their sagey greens, they have that there, they've got the kind of cornflowery blues like they do here, they've got their more ochre yellows and brighter yellows like they do there. They do a much better range of browns, the Artex. Like they have a great range of neutral browns, which I don't, it's not the same, but you can see that they looked at colours here and were inspired. Some of them even have the same names, like there's lime peel in both sets, there's ginger root in both sets, and they're very similar colours. The greys are very limited in the Artex, but I think that's, on the other hand, nice because you've got these sets with loads of greys and it means that they have more of the actual colours that you want and need. Yeah, I think their colour range of the Artex pencils is really, really strong. The 120 watercolour pencils are on Facebook Marketplace for £40. That's a good deal. That's a really good deal. They are softer than polychromos, right? Yes, definitely softer than polychromos. Got an Artex pencil here. Their barrel design is more similar to a polychromo than a Prismacolor. Do I have a Prismacolor out? Don't think so, actually. The only one I have is attached to a bit of dowel. But yeah, I'd say they sit somewhere in between the polychromo and a Prismacolor. Almost like directly in between. I'd say the Artex feel more similar to like an Arteza or a Brute Vuna, if you had those. Yeah, for a budget pencil, I think they are very nice. You're welcome, Monica. I'd rather share my alcohol markers than my pencil crayons, even with my own sisters. Fair enough. Precious. My precious pencils. I need sagey greens and better browns. I'm looking forward to that so much. Yeah. The Artex greens and browns are a million times better than the Prismacolor greens and browns. I really don't like the Prisma greens and browns. I think they're rubbish. But the Artex ones, very nice. Very nice indeed. I'm going to use this same milk white colour for the mushrooms down here. Oh, I just realised I missed a mushroom. And you know what, I might do this same colour for the bunnies, have them be this kind of creamy colour. I think that's cute. Potentially even for the mice there. Not quite sure what colour to do my frog, because this is the colour palette I'm working with. Brown frog or an orange frog? I feel like an orange frog could work. I'm going to use this same milk white for the snail sluggy bit. And use the reddish brownish colour, the YR5, for its shell. It's matching with the shroomies down here. Yeah, I don't want to just have the frog be green. And I don't want green leaves, I want autumn leaves. So, what do you think? Orange frog? Can that work? Toads are brown, true. It's definitely not a toad though. You just got shuttle art pencils because they were a crazy good deal and I haven't coloured a page yet, but swatching them they are nice. Lovely. Oh my, I need Artex then, lol. Yeah, they are good pencils. Foxes and mushrooms, never a bad duo. Love how he's composed that page. Good evening all. Hi Joe. If you guys didn't know, Joe Piggy Pens has a YouTube channel. I started watching her video the other day and then got distracted and started watching something else. No, I then had to go to work and then got distracted watching Wednesday. I've been watching Wednesday. I binged all of season 1 yesterday, or re-binged it because I've seen it when it was first released and watched it all over again. And I was like, the first episode I was like, oh god, this is boring. Like, I forgot how boring the first episode was. And then it got interesting from episode 2 onwards. And now I'm on season 2. I'm on episode 3, and I'm bored. It doesn't have the same grip as season 1 had, where it's like that murder mystery who's killing all these people. Like, it does, like, it's a bit like the grip of the storyline I don't think is as strong. Yeah, I was trying to keep my opinion unbiased because I had heard that it was bad online, and I was trying to keep sort of like my mind open whilst watching it. But I'm watching it and I'm not hooked. Not yet. But I'm on episode 3. It can change still. You mean fell asleep, Jess? That's okay. I'm gonna aim for yours. No, I didn't watch it whilst going to sleep, Joe. No spoilers. No, I won't give spoilers, don't worry. Because it's taken me a while to get to season 2. Yeah, considering it took so long to put the second season out, that's so bad. Yeah, especially the 2 young male characters from season 1 who have now gone over puberty and are now 6 foot tall or whatever. It's just like, it's just bad for something that's meant to be only a couple of months. Like, boys can grow and age pretty quickly, not that quickly. A yellow-green frog? Orange frogs are poisonous. It could be a poisonous frog. Little menacing guy up there. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll bring the orange somewhere else. Let's do it, a poisonous orange frog. There we go. Nice little friendly guy who will kill you if you go near him. But yeah, I'm on episode 3 and I've not been gripped in yet. But we'll see. Like, rewatching season 1, I was like, yeah, this was good. I saw a comment online that Wednesday season 2 went downhill like Riverdale did, and if anyone here has watched Riverdale, season 1 of Riverdale was really strong, really good. It was a murder mystery, love a murder mystery, nice and gripping, great sort of continuity of plot throughout the season, and then it just went more and more and more downhill in quality and just craziness. It was insane by the end. So insane. I kept watching it just to laugh at it, and I would tell people who had watched the first few seasons, and I'd be like, guess what's happened now? They're time travelling. Guess what's happened now? It's the end of the world and Cheryl's a witch. Like, oh my gosh, it just got so ridiculous. Like, what started out as a pretty down-to-earth, grounded, cool show just went insane. And people have said that Wednesday has had the Riverdale treatment. I'm like, oh dear. And maybe it's the comparison of, okay, season 1 was this murder mystery, and season 2 it's like, no. Yeah, it's funny, but yeah, I'll give it time. I'll still finish it. It's an easy watch whilst colouring. Right. Okay, I think I'm going to make these little brown mice. I was like, do I go for this creamy yellow colour, or I'm going brown? Is this yes. I was like, this look darker, but it's just because it's going on wet. Always goes on darker than what it dries, or slightly darker. Sometimes some things just need to be one season and we can remember it fondly and be left wanting more. Exactly. Although I think it would have been annoying with Wednesday because they did clearly have some idea for the second season. Like they left it on a kind of vague cliffhanger. Not really, actually. They had unanswered questions. They had room to grow. But sometimes you watch a season and they cancel it. Oh, it was a Mike Flanagan show. Mike Flanagan is the guy who has made a lot of the kind of like horror Netflix shows. He's done the Haunting of series. I think that was Mike Flanagan. He's done Fall of the House of Usher. That was great. The one about vampires. What was the one about vampires called? I forget. But he did this one called The Midnight Club, which is all about like kids with cancer in a home. And they really set it up for a second season and then it got cancelled, and it's like, oh, so annoying when a great season of show doesn't get renewed for a second one, and you're just like, no, you're left wondering where it could have gone. But whenever I think of like cancelled shows, that's the one that comes to mind, The Midnight Club. Don't know if anyone here is a Mike Flanagan fan. Fall of the House of Usher was the last thing I think he's done. I haven't seen or know of anything since. Yeah, Haunting in Hill House was one of them. The Haunting in Hill House and Bly Manor, but this is one about vampires. Or like vampire-esque creatures. Mike Flanagan. He's hilarious. He always casts his wife in his shows, which I find funny. Midnight Mass is the one I was trying to think of. Yeah. Yeah, Fall of the House of Usher is still the latest thing. He did a film. But yeah, he's done a bunch of series on Netflix. I think he had a bit of a deal going on with them. I need to rewatch Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor. Are great shows, and it's spooky season, so it's a perfect time to watch them. Right, and give these bunnies some brown noses. These mice brown noses as well. I love this little orange frog. Riverdale Diner is 30 minutes from me, and that show ruined the diner. All the fans are always here. I did not realise that was a real diner. Like, that just looks like it was purpose built for the show. That's kind of crazy. Hi, Leandri. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. It's also in a Gilmore Girls season. Fun. Right, I think I'll probably start colouring the leaves next. So leaves, I want to be orange. Orange, like a brownie orange. Maybe I go, right. I think I'm gonna maybe YR7 instead of the other one that I've got for the fox to make it look a little bit different. Yeah, the diner's been open for decades. Interesting. I mean, I suppose the owners are glad, but it increased its popularity. Is that lighter? I don't know. Let's try out Y4. Yeah, that's a bit better. Of those two. Then YR5. YR34. Yes. And then maybe a brown, some kind of brown. BR3? There it is. There we go, I just picked out those 5 colours for the leaves. Although now I'm not. Oh, do I put the yellow in? I don't know. Yeah, why not? Oh, I'm shading over it with pencils anyway. I just brought my 150 Crayola Super Tips and 24 colours of the world. Thanks for influencing me to spend more money, Jess. Sorry, but also not sorry. I still need to get the 150 Super Tips. And I was going through my colour by numbers the other day, because after I did my colour by number rank and rate, I had quite a few comments asking for how I colour a colour by number, which has been on my video list for a while. And I went through and picked out the page that I thought would be a good one to do on that. Something with a good variety of spaces, not too big, not too detailed. It's from the Vitro Tome 2 book. So I'm going to be doing one of those hopefully soon, whenever I get the chance to film it. Super Tips are water-based, yeah. I know some people have used them like watercolour, like you can colour them on a plate, pick them up with a brush and water and then apply it like watercolour. I know Amy Ward Art has done that a lot. You started your first page in the colour by number Petit Poupée. Finally finished the season finale of The Nanny with my daughter. Nice. I do love that one, the Petit Poupée. Little colour by number. That's a little square one, isn't it? Yeah, it's got great pictures in that. I'm sat here with this like bunch of markers, just looking at my page going, But let's just start with one of them. Let's start with Y4. I'll just go about the page fairly randomly with all the colours to get a nice mix of autumnal looking leaves. Make sure my protector sheet is fully in there. It's nothing worse than colouring a page and then realising your protector sheet is slipped, and then you just get that little bit in the edge of bleed through because you were prepared, but physics was against your side. Gonna try and do one of my circulars and colour by number pages, something easy and mindless. Sounds great, Zoe. Just going dot 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 dot. For those of you that like seeing my completed colour by numbers, you're going to be seeing quite a few this next month. I've done so many that it doesn't fit on the little post-it note I put in my journal. I've done one double page, I've got another one that I've started in Princess's Tome 2. Like this month has equally felt really long, but it's also flown by. Like the start of the month seems really long ago when I coloured some of these pages, but I also feel like September has suddenly ended. If that makes sense to you guys. I feel that with a lot of months. think the fact that I had a colouring slump did not help matters. I just used super tips on a colour by number, but it's in a Star Wars book I have, and it totally went through, but it's fine. Yeah, you do have to make sure you test them in your books, especially when you've got them new. They can be extra juicy at times. You've never done a colour by number? They are fun. I have one colour by number book that isn't Disney, and that's by Jade Summer. And that one I'm using old alcohol markers. I want to do some of these as well. I'm not quite sure what colour to do these grassy looking bits yet, so I'm leaving it for now. Hey Andrew, for your spooky tag, are you okay if we do Mythagoria pages? You could do anything, whatever feels spooky to you. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Halloween is a nice broad subject. Paulina did a video yesterday where she was going through all her Asian colouring books and showing all the Halloween pages in there, and flagged a few that I wouldn't have necessarily thought of when looking through myself as Halloween, but I was like, oh yeah, I suppose they are. Like just any page with like a witch and broomsticks on it, you can call that a Halloween page. Anything with like a monster in it, that could be Halloween. I feel like the book A Million Little Monsters by Lulu Mayer, that is kind of the perfect book for Halloween, but you could also colour it all year round. It's one of those great books that can be coloured anywhen, but also any page could be classed as Halloween themed sort of thing. I always try and get at least one done a year for Halloween. So far, apart from this month, I did one this month. That's all I had done in that book. I'd coloured one in Halloween 2023, then Halloween 2024. So this year I'll have two, which will be good. Haven't decided what's going to be next though. Seen some cool gory pages done by the community. Yeah, the Mythagorias definitely aren't for everyone. Moomins, they are so sinister. I couldn't stand them as a child, and then to enter this community and find out they still exist, so creepy. That's so funny. What was the name of the monster book you just mentioned? I will show you the book I just mentioned. Ooh. It is A Million Little Monsters by Lulu Mayo, and it is adorable. I really do want to colour the cover page with the same colours as on the cover, because I do really love the colour palette here. This one's a little bit more challenging than the Million Cats that I did the cover page of, because it's got a bit of a gradient here rather than a flat colour. But yeah, this book has a lot of Halloween specific pages in for sure, but I think any page you could colour and be like, that's Halloween because it's got a monster. Halloween, monsters of a Halloween kind of thing. But they're not all necessarily Halloween themed, if that makes sense. Like this, you could colour it and put it for a Halloween tag and say I've coloured a Halloween page, but it's not specifically Halloween themed. It's like spacey themed. I know a few people have done that one for Space Timber this month. Like there's some kind of more summery looking pages. Like this one's kind of quite clearly Halloween themed as they're trick-or-treating. That one's really cute. And all of them are. It's nice to have books like that where, yes, you can colour it for the specific theme. So this was the first one I did in 2023. Then I did that on the following year with matching colours. These were Arteza pencils. I like Arteza in Lulu Mayo books. Like that one. That one you could colour any time of the year, I feel like. That deer would have been good for the deer prompt. Yeah, lots of monsters in here. I thought I'd do monster as a prompt for this month, as it can get you started in colouring this book, and also Lulu Mayo includes little monster characters in all her books. Often she does that little one eye, Mr. One Eye, she's called it in Lulu's House of Wonder. She includes him in a lot of books, and a lot of these kind of like monstery creatures like that. So I thought it'd be a good open prompt. Yeah, sneak peek of the one I've coloured this month. Yeah, this is a lovely Halloween themed page. I love that page. Them dressed up. I like this one with all the candy on it. Oh, these two are probably my favourites in the entire book. I just love them. They would look great with matching colour palettes. I feel like that one's definitely more Halloween themed, and this one's more just generic autumn as well. So maybe I'll do this one for Halloween, and then I can plan to do this one for November, because this fits a prompt for November that I've already got planned. Because I've got all my prompts planned for the rest of the year. I got prepared. But yeah, that's the A Million Little Monsters book, Nelly. You are welcome. You're using your Lango gel pens in the colour by number. I'm doing just now and enjoying it. Yeah, I hated colouring my page with the Lango gel pens, but that was a me thing. They work beautifully. I just don't like... I like my colour by numbers to be quick, easy wins. The gel pens just, it was slow and it was painful. It looked beautiful, and I'm glad I did it as a page. But I don't think I'll do it again in a hurry, because it took me a long time. And some people like spending a long time on their colour by numbers, and that's fine. Just for me, that's not the kind of enjoyment I get out of them personally. And I do think I'm a bit different with the colour by numbers in the fact that almost everyone that I see uses acrylic paint pens, and I don't. I use water-based markers and embrace the streaks and don't care about the streaks, whereas a lot of people hate the streaks. I have several Mythagoria pages I haven't shared yet, but I will for your tag, Leandri. That's exciting, Holly. I do love the Mythagoria pages, and I could see myself getting one, but I think because we don't have them in bookstores in the UK, and I think I would need to flip through it and see it with my own eyes to kind of want to buy it. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes you need to see a book with your own eyes to appreciate it and go, okay, yeah, I can see myself colouring in it, rather than seeing it on a screen. I mean, a lot of the time seeing it on the screen is enough. Sometimes I need to hold the book in my hands and be like, okay, yeah, now I can see it. There are some that I quite like the Undead Academy looks really cool. I'm just not into like the super gory ones. But then again, I have enjoyed colouring in dark fairy tales, and I've enjoyed colouring like weird bloody limbs and like gory bits on there. I found that quite fun. Maybe that's bridged the gap for me, but I'm happy with my mythographic collection. But maybe one day I could get a Mythagoria. Just haven't found the right one for me to start yet. You're a very big Buffy and Angel fan, and I firmly believe it's because of your love for Moomin. Sneak peek is gorgeous. Thank you, Leandri. Yeah, it was a bit of a different colour palette for me, but I think that's the other great thing about monster-themed books. You can do any colour palette and it looks great. You can go bright, pastel, muted, contrasty colours, complementary colours, like literally anything. Go for your favourite colours you'd never use on a page, and they will always turn out well because they're monsters. They're little fuzzy beings. They don't have a colour. Even though with any book you can colour it any colour that you like, I feel like with a monster themed book you really have that creative freedom to do whatever. Was filming my haul earlier and thinking of you, haha. Thinking Jess is going to be going through my shelves to look at my new books when she comes. You know I love just flipping through books. I just like even when I go to W.H. Smith, and my W.H. Smith is quite small and their colouring book section is just an aisle end of, maybe it's just books kind of like stacked behind each other. Like they don't even have enough space to have a book per sort of like section. It's like all books stacked, so you have to kind of rifle through them. And I often see they do a lot of Kirby's there and a lot of Lulu Mayers, and I'll just flip through them because it's fun. Like if I see Wonder Morphia there, I keep like sort of going, do I want Wonder Morphia? Do I not? Do I not? And I'll flip through it and just have a look and admire the artwork. I just like to browse. Just like to browse. So yeah, when I go to Zoe's and I'm like, oh, I'm interested in this book, and she has it, I'm like, okay, remind me, and I'll flip through it. Don't understand, I buy most of my books at physical stores. I very rarely buy at physical stores. The exception is The Works, which tends to sell books for cheaper in the UK than you'd find them online, usually £5, £4, something like that. And that's the only place that I seem to buy colouring books from, because they are usually cheaper on Amazon. And I'm all about saving the couple of pounds if I buy them online, but I like to see them in real life. Undead Academy is great. Hi Catherine, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Flipping books is just so much fun. Yeah, that's what I love about my collection. Like the fact that I can look at it and go, I can just have a little flip through, even if it's not coloured in. Just admire the line work. Collection is now at 302. Ooh, she's crested 300. I can see myself cresting 300 soonish. I think, oh, what am I at? Let me get my bookshelf app up. I'm whatever I've got on my bookshelf app plus 3. Although I'm thinking of destashing 2, so where's the bookshelf app on here? There it is. Because I have it on my tablet, which is the great thing about bookshelf. Having this app, you can see it on all different ones. I've got 261, so 264. Ooh, it just zoomed in my hand up here. Down here, please. And it's made the colour correcting really, really strange. Yeah, I've got 263. Oh, do you have 263 too, Paulina? Because if so, that's kind of creepy. Or were you reading on my thing? I do have another book on the way. Another 3 books on the way. 2 books on the way. Almost right. Well, you were right there. 263 is what I have. No, 264 is what I have right now. It was 264 as of about 3 hours ago because the Cute and Creepy book arrived. But yeah, I just haven't inputted them yet, along with the 2 new cutie colouring books. I have more colours, paint markers than gel pens, so now I have to use the paint markers for the small spaces as well. Got my nose right down on the page. How will I ever film a video? Honestly, it's funny. You start filming and you get used to like colouring, but as soon as I'm out, I'm right down in there. My mum will often come upstairs and be like, "Can you get your nose any closer to the page?" I'm just like, I'm sure I can if I want to. And that's why I have back pain, because I'm constantly hunched. And like for the videos, I put my chair up so I can see the viewfinder. Although I don't really need to do it when I'm on stream because I look at my camera on the laptop. So I can have my chair down in a more comfortable position. Yeah. I'm like that in The Works. I keep thinking I don't want the book, and then buy the Lomart ones in particular. Yes. They tend to have like the Stratton Peterson. I know they've had the tarot colouring and Anna Jaren ones before. They sell them for really great prices. The Magical Creatures and Mythical Beasts book by Fabiana Attanasio. That was the only place I could even find that book online from The Works, and I got that in person. I think Colouring Heavens, that's the other one that I buy in person. Because it's cheaper to buy in person. Vera's going to bed. You have to babysit your niece and nephews tomorrow, so I have to be fit. Hopefully see you all soon. Hope your niece and nephews are all well and enjoy spending your time with the family. Have a good night, Vera. Thanks for joining. I have to say I'm liking all of these autumn colours coming together here. I love an autumn colour palette. They just come together so easily. Like, how boring would this page have been if all the leaves were green? I mean, not completely boring, but less interesting than all the fun changing colours. Love it. Makes colouring leaves a lot more fun. You're at 60 and trying to hold. I'm also around 60. I think everyone in the colouring community at one point has said, I want to keep to around 100. I know a lot of us have been like, I don't want to go over 100. And then you inevitably go over 100 and then over 200. But the thing is, I like all the books I have. Again, I want to de-stash too. And in de-stashed around maybe 12 books. And I've always been thoughtful about my books, or tried to be thoughtful, because when I first started colouring, I bought Woodland Wild by Millie Marotta because I was excited to find another colouring book in stores, so I just bought it. And then I took it home and I never coloured in it, still haven't, so I've de-stashed that. It's in my de-stash pile. And since then I've been like, okay, do I actually want this? And luckily that's meant that I haven't bought many books that I've then wanted to de-stash. I've also not been colouring for that long. But even my older books that I know I won't colour in again, or not inclined to colour in again, I like keeping just for the ability to look back at those older pages. And not everyone's like that. But yeah, I've always been a bit of a collector in my life anyway. I like a knick-knack. So that's fine to me. It's like I'll still forever have books on my wish list. But it's like things like my wish list, I've gone through and I'll have had something on for months or years, and then I actually reevaluate and go, would I actually want to colour in this over all my other books? Not overly. Let's get rid of it. I do go through my wish list fairly often and kind of reevaluate, go, do I want this, do I not? I think probably the oldest books I have on there are the Flowerscape series of books. They're gorgeous books. Flowerscape and Paradise, that I just still haven't bought for some reason. And I think because I've now got all of Layla Julie's books that I want. Floribunda Year, Walk in the Woods and Beautiful Planet, thanks to a lovely gifter for 2 of those. Now I've got those, I'm like, okay, I need to colour in those before I get Maggie and Terrius. And that's kind of what's holding me back on those. Yeah, stunning books, and the more I see them, the more I'm like, ooh, I do want them. But then I'll see a book and I'll be like, instantly, I need that. And I'll get it. It's funny, some books I'll wait ages and ages and ages for. And others I'll just snap up straight away. Gogglebox is featuring Married at First Sight and focusing on the witch Sarah. Oh dear. Can't wait to see what they have to say about her. I'm sure they will say plenty. We're too tired to colour, but enjoying the autumn colours, especially the buddy page we are doing. Oh, Catherine, I have another. Did I send you a picture? I can give you guys a sneak peek of another autumnal RJ page I'm working on. I'm working on a couple right now to try and finish before the end of the month. In Forest Song, Catherine and I are doing this page, and I went for more of some leaves have changed, some haven't, kind of that early autumn look. I kind of don't like how it looks at the moment, but I know once I do the pencil shading, my opinions will change. It's one of those where it needs that depth for me to really like it. The squirrels look a bit funky. Yeah, just a sneak peek in that one. I've got so many books on this whip pile, it's kind of falling over. I need to finish my Matchstick Mouse Palestine download book before my Joseph Catterbank Alice in Wonderland gets here next June. That shouldn't be too hard of an accomplishment to finish, because that Matchstick Mouse is only, it's a mini one, isn't it? Is it 10 pages, less than that? I don't know. It's not many. I keep checking Amazon to see if Matchstick Mouse Costume Party is on it, because I really want that one. It looks so cute. Mythographic Alice is definitely a must buy. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of people's faves. I collect wine corks, drives my husband nuts. One day I'll do something crafty with them. I'm like a hoarder, a bag of corks all over the house. Could collect worse things. I've withheld from Layla and Maggie, even though I love botanics. Yeah, they are intimidating, that's for sure. Still haven't coloured in any of them, but I do want to. My husband collects action figures, so he says nothing about my colouring books. Too right. I moved the flowerscapes out of my basket for exactly the same reason. I want Paula Broom, but I can't get my head around the twigs exiting animals. Other than that, gorgeous books. Paula Broom is one of those artists that I've got my eye on. I keep seeing more and more from her, and I'm like, do I want that? I keep looking at flip-throughs and going, does that end up in my wish list? It's a Marabou book as well, which I've just got some Marabou books, and oh, the paper's so good. Is Paula Broom Amazon AI? I don't think so. Doesn't look AI to me. I think Paula Broom is a real artist. But it's the art style, like with the kind of like organic flora and fauna, like the flowers are growing out of the animals, which put me off to start with as well. But now the more I'm seeing of them, the more I'm like, I do quite like them. Right, I think I'm going to do this butterfly yellow, because we haven't got enough yellow going on in the page. And I could do that like a little firefly. Maybe I could do these yellow, these tufty bits, just because you got bits of brown around the page, orange, like the creamy colour, but not so much of the yellow. So often if I'm unsure of what colour to do something, I leave it to the end, see what colour is missing, then do it that. Do need to finish the tree down here. Looking good. I did early autumn too. Mine comes down to needing to spend money on my house instead of hobbies, and having a lot of hobbies I already spent money on. You should see my yarn collection. Yeah, I have a very large sticker collection, and not just, but not like artistic stickers, although I do have quite a few stickers. I have so many washi tapes, but a large planner sticker collection from when I used to do a lot of planning. I used to have an Erin Condren plan. I mean, I still do, but I did a whole year of it, a year and a bit, and then COVID happened and I just got out of the planning mojo because nothing was going on in my life. So I didn't plan. So I still got 9 months of a planner that I haven't used. Which that was definitely a waste of money, but it's fine. It's fine. Can't use up absolutely everything, and it brought me a lot of joy at the time in collecting all that stuff. Right, why on 9 for the tree down here? I have a crazy bead stash. I just finished a bead embroidered necklace today though. Lovely. Couldn't tell with the weird twigs, yeah. I call it colouring with beads, yeah. I've got a few diamond painting kits that I still have never completed or started. I've got one which is half completed. That's a Christmas themed one. Maybe I'll finally complete it this year for Christmas. Because my sister gave it to my mum, but my mum wasn't interested in completing it, so she gave it to me. Not last Christmas, the Christmas before. And then my sister gave it. It's been in the house for ages. And I started it, I never finished it. So maybe this year, because I'll have a bit more free creative time this year. Right, I want to do the floor a slightly different colour. Let's go for the light brown. It's been so hot, I can't stand the thought of wool in my hands. Yeah, I can imagine that. It's only 6 pages. Ah, yeah, so that'll be easy to do. I'd love to do a Mythographic Alice project book, but I may be sick of Alice by then. Oh, I'm not sure if you could get sick of Alice, Kimberlyn. I mean, I think there's so much variety with Alice themed books and pages, you kind of can't get sick of it in a way, for me. But yeah, doing one a month, or maybe not even a project where you do one a month, just do one where you feel inspired by it, but just have it on a list of books that you would love to see completed one day. I've been gathering some books for a video that I've been planning to film for books I'd like to complete eventually. And how many have I collected so far? I've got a little stack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus there's a couple others. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll simplify it and do 10 books I'd like to complete eventually. Just so then I have a more direct goal to go for. Okay, I want 10. Rather than just a bunch. Because there's a lot of books that I'd love to see completed one day, but I haven't coloured enough in it for me to feel like it deserves to be on that list, if that makes sense. I don't know, I can't explain it. Hi Amy, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. I have so many diamond paintings still waiting for me, and cross stitch. I keep thinking I'll get to it when I get tired of colouring. See, I got into diamond painting before colouring. I also have quite a few puzzles. I have a large stack of puzzles in my room, and I've done most of them. The great thing about puzzles is that you can keep doing them again and again. So I went through a phase of liking going around charity shops and seeing what puzzle bargains I could find. That was fun. Just going around all the charity shops in my town and just picking up a puzzle here and there, ones that really spoke to me. But yeah, it's just colouring has taken up all my time, because I did diamond painting before colouring. I did journaling before that, got out of that, and yeah, colouring has really, really stuck. There's a comfy cozy Winnie the Pooh book coming out in December that I want to get. Oh my gosh, what is that? Who's it by, Angie? Is that from Hatchet Heroes? The Cozy Collar? Collo? If you know what I mean. Because Hatchet Heroes are coming out with quite a lot of the D.D. Plum's books I've seen on Lyrica at the moment. You have a massive cross stitch on the go. I said I want to finish by next leap year day, but it's not very far along. The idea is to do it on the 29th to 31st of each month. That's a nice nice little goal there. I'm ignoring all my whips and colouring in a postcard instead. I have a few postcard colouring books that I very much neglect. and I've just bought 2 more. Just looking for the cozy colo books on Lyrica. I've got a lot by Dee Dee Plums. It's being published by Studio Press. Ooh, cozy colour, Kawaii Japan. Who's that by? Don't know. So this is by Studio Press. Studio Press. Oh, ooh, pretty books. They do these Disney printed books. Studio Press, come on, where's your colouring books? That's the link for it. Unfortunately, I can't see the link. Only myself and admin can send a link on the stream. But I'm looking on the Winnie the Pooh colouring book. Do I have any of Storm's Eye design books, Jess? No, but I am very much looking at it. Okay, I found the book. A cute and cozy colouring book. Adorable. Apparently it's by Walt Disney. Yeah, so far they just have the I'll share it with you guys. Here it is. This is what it looks like. Winnie the Pooh. Cute and cozy book. I don't have any of Storm's Eye design books, but I will soon. She is on my list of people that I'm definitely going to be getting. If you don't follow her on Instagram, I definitely recommend it. She does daily posts of updates of her newest colouring book. But it's her next book, Flora and Fauna, looks amazing. It's all different animals, and I'm obsessed with every page she's created so far. So I want to get that, and because she's an independent seller with her own website, I want to get at least 2 books when I buy them, when I order from her website. So I'll wait until Flora and Fauna's out, and then I'll get at least something else, if not 3 things, because she's got a few books out at the moment. But she's also doing a Colouring Heaven special, and they've asked her for 48 designs, so it looks like she's having her own dedicated special. So depending on what pages are in that, because I will definitely be getting that, and it's due out in December, so really looking forward to that. Can't wait to see hers. I mentioned that because they recently got offered to do the cover art for Colouring Heaven. Yeah, no, it's not just the cover art, it's the full issue. Dedicated special. Not sure what the special is going to be called yet, but I'm excited for it, and I'm pretty sure it will probably be old images. I don't think she will include any of her newer ones. She may include a couple that she's already finished, but I think it will be from the Frogs and Flowers. She's got Frogs and Flowers, Witchy Wonders, Weird and Wonderful, Tarot, Mandalas, and Christmas. That's what she's got. Yeah, she's a great artist. So I'm looking forward to getting them. Right, I've kind of avoided the next step in the colouring. First, I want to do another layer of colour on here, because I will be ending this stream once I finish all the basing, which will be soon. A bit of an earlier finish for me, but I think it'd be good to have a slightly earlier finish, as I do have work tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to do the background with Y13. When I was swatching these out, I saw that there was Y13 and that this marker exists in the 216 set, and I thought, I need to use this dark brown because it's almost black. That's how dark it is. And considering I've got 2 markers of it, I need to start using them. So I'm going to use it for the background, for a black looking background here. And I love when you have a new alcohol marker and the tip is very firm because you haven't used it. I sometimes wonder how you know when you're done with the hobby and should start selling off supplies. Yeah, Kimberlyn, I've got a lot of old sticker stuff. I'm very, very reluctant to get rid of things. Like, even from, I have so much junk in here from my childhood, because this was my bedroom growing up as a teen. We moved into this house when I was 15. We've been here 10 years, or 14. We've been here 11 years, I think. In my mid-teens, my mid to late teens, I was in this house, so it's got a lot of old stuff in it, and I struggle to get rid of things. It's something I've always struggled with. Because I'm like, I see the monetary value in everything. I'm like, I spent money on that, or someone else spent money on that for me, so I want to keep it. And I struggle to get rid of things, but I try and be more ruthless now I'm older. But it's like, I'm looking at my room here and I've got my box for my Switch. I'm not going to get rid of my Switch, and if I did, would I get rid of it in the box? Probably not. I keep boxes for a lot of things. Yeah, colouring books, most of them. I've destashed them, but they're still in my room. I haven't actually got rid of them because I struggled to do that. I've got bags of clothes for the charity shop that I just haven't got rid of out the house. I really struggle with that final step of getting rid of things. Don't know why, but yeah. She has some free designs as well. Yeah, she's got some on her website. I just don't have a good printer, unfortunately. And wish I did. Just the printer that we have in our house will not print colouring pages very well. It does weird coloured outlines. It's terrible. And we don't know why. And my dad's a bit of an expert at printers, and even he doesn't know why. The primrose colour you get in the skin tones is slightly darker than what you get in the pastel set. Interesting. Primrose. I am... That was dangerous. I was colouring without looking at what I was colouring, just knowing that it was sort of in the area. Oh, primrose. Yeah, I know primrose now. The very light ivory colour. Mine's been out of ink for forever. It's a different colour, that's why. It's YO10. I will wait until I get to a place where I can stop, and I will go over that primrose for you. Because I know I have a primrose in my pastel set, but that's YO10. And in this set, it's Y121. So it's a different colour entirely. Even though it has the same name. Yeah, because the... I'm pretty sure it's called primrose. Y10. This swatch chart doesn't have the names of colours. I still have my first generation Game Boy in a case of accessories. Why? Literally, why? I do have a stack of old DS games that I tried to sell, and CEX wouldn't accept them because they're not good enough games or whatever. Don't know if you have it in other countries, but CEX is a like secondhand game store that we have. And are you sure it's not different? There are 2 shades of primrose / primrose. Yeah, there are 2 primrose Valkas. Yeah, that's what I thought. Didn't even notice that because I never really read the names. I go by the numbers because that's what I have on this swatch chart. And it's also quicker to write out. Which is funny because by pencils I always like writing out the full names. I don't like looking at the numbers. But for my alcohol markers, it's all about numbers. I'm sure if I had a swatch chart that said names, I'd probably go by the names too. But the numbers are easier to read as well. They're nice and big on the marker caps. Yeah, Y121 is the one you're missing. Interesting. Yeah, because I think Zoe's got this swatch chart, and it's the full range of Ohuhu alcohol markers, and she printed off 2 by mistake and gave me one. So that's why I have this. That has them all on it. Because I initially bought the 216 set plus the 48 pastel set that has newer colours compared to the big set. And there was one marker that's just randomly available in a different set, and it's like, why only one out of all of them? Why one? I think it's like a grey, or was it that Y121? I don't know. All I know is that there's one that you've got to buy a whole other set for to have the full range of markers. I'm colouring over these circles. I'll be able to see the black line slightly underneath, but I think that's fine. I don't want to have 3 moons. I've made the decision. Probably won't be able to see it on camera, but I can definitely see the black line here, and that's fine. Right. There are 2 primrose markers. Right. Yes, Y010. My pastel set, which has been out of ink for ages, but I still have it in my set because I don't know. And then Y121. 2 different markers. I'm about to swatch this and it doesn't have any ink left, so it still does a tiny bit. Y010 is like completely ivory. It's pretty much white, whereas Y121 definitely has more of a colour to it, like more of a yellow colour. You can see it on this swatch sheet. Although that one is probably a little bit faded, because alcohol markers do fade over time if they're in sunlight, and I'm not the best at putting this away. So yeah, it's definitely yellower. Yeah, the primrose. But yeah, it's funny how it's got 2 markers, both called primrose, but with different numbers. There we go. You've put stickers on your Honolulu set with the new name system as well. Yeah, I don't like how they keep changing it. It seems to be every few years. They seem to change the names of their markers, or the numbering of their markers. Your whole house is shaking right now. Oh, they are taking up the street on the block behind me, redoing the sewer. Lovely. That is annoying. Now the marker's dried, I can very clearly see this black line around this frog, but that's fine. I'm just gonna let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Just gonna double check that this didn't bleed through. Woohoo! I mean, to like the opposite page. So I was worried that the sheet wouldn't have quite covered it. I suppose I could do 2 coats of this very dark brown marker to try and intensify it even more. I kind of like the warmth from it. Let's get that back up, there we go. Oh, you can tell I'm concentrating now because I'm not talking. Alcohol marker work is getting a little bit more intricate around here. Around the wings and the leaves. Right, as we are doing good for time, and I want to stop once I've done my alcohol marker base and then do all the shading in next stream. I might give you guys a sneak peek into a project I want to do for October. And, I'll explain it now, and then I can go over it with you, talking to camera once I've done my colouring for the background here. But for those of you who have been subscribed since last year, you may have seen that I did a project called 13 Days of the Lonely Pumpkin, or it might have been 13 Days of Lonely Pumpkin, where it was 3 times a week, so almost every other day. I think it was Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday or something like that. I did a shorts video where I coloured a page from Lonely Pumpkin Had a Great Fall, which is the Lonely Pumpkin compilation book by Yusiku. And it was really fun to get a bunch of pages done in there, because I did the 13 days. I did one before the project started as like a preview. This is what the pages will look like and how detailed they're going to be before I started it. And then I did a bonus one at the end because I wanted to do a wrap-up video of like kind of a compilation of all of them, and I thought I'd do a bonus whilst I was there. So I did 15 pages in that book last year, and it was great to get 15 pages done in this big compilation book of 93 pages. And I was looking at it this year and I was like, I hated doing the editing for that. And not that I do videos for money at all, but for shorts you literally get 1p, 2p with your monetization. And I was just like, this is a lot of effort for literally no return. I was forcing myself to do it because I didn't want to back out of the commitment, because that's something that I tend to do. I'll overpromise and underdeliver with a lot of things in life, and I didn't want to do that with this, so I forced myself to do it. I enjoyed colouring the pages. The colouring the pages was fun, but the editing took a long time to get it squeezed, like an hour-long coloured page, sometimes more, depending on how detailed it was, squeezing that down to 1 minute. Because back then, shorts could only be 1 minute. They couldn't be a second longer. So it was really challenging to get it cut down. But I thought, I want to come back to Lonely Pumpkin this year, but I don't want to do that short series. So I thought, maybe I could do 13 long form videos, but I thought maybe that would get also a bit boring and repetitive, and it would still require a lot of editing to do throughout the month. So I came up with the idea to do one day of Lonely Pumpkin, I'm going to call it, where I have one day in the month. I'm planning for the first half of the month, one day where I sit down and colour as many pages as I can in Lonely Pumpkin, and do that as a challenge, see how many I can get done. And as a way of kind of interacting and getting some help with deciding the pages, because I've got, what's it going to be, like 70 something pages to decide from of pages I have left. 78-ish, which is overwhelming when you're just sat down trying to pick a page. To help me decide, I will put up a video where people can comment which pages they'd like to see me colour, which is the same as what I did for the last year's series, and I did a tally system where pages which got at least 2 or more votes, I definitely coloured those, because there weren't many. Not very many people commented on pages that they wanted, and then any page that got a single vote I considered and then picked from them. So it'll just mean that I have a smaller list to be able to choose from when I actually get to sitting down that day and colouring. I can look at my selective list and go, okay, I feel like colouring this one, and then this one, and maybe have a set, I don't know, 5, a few of like the ones with the most votes of, okay, quite a few people want to see this, and I'll definitely make sure to colour those. And I'll do that as a challenge in a day, where maybe I don't know how I'm going to format it yet. Probably like a check-in process, because my phone will not be able to hold like a time lapse of me colouring them all, because that would be fun to just have like a time lapse and I could do a voiceover or music, just me quickly colouring them all. But I don't think my phone would hold that content. So I think if I check in, go, okay, I've coloured this page, it's now this time, I'm going to work on this page next, here's my ideas, and start colouring that, and just do kind of like check-ins throughout the day, see how many I get done, and do like a little tracker in the corner, how many pages I've completed, and see how many I get done in a day. And I do have a couple of other cute cozy books that I could sprinkle in throughout the day. Maybe I'm getting a bit bored of colouring Lonely Pumpkin's head, so I can jump into something else, like I'm thinking maybe the Creepy Kawaii colouring book, or like a Camellia Injakova, the Autumn Miniatures book I have, or I've got the Spooky Cuties colouring book. I could maybe do one of them if I'm getting a bit tired of Lonely Pumpkin, or maybe I don't get tired of Lonely Pumpkin and I do spend an entire day colouring them, because they are relatively quick and easy, especially some from the first book. So I will share that book with you and give you guys like the first sneak peek into that, and you can shout out in the comments any particular pages and I will record them down and keep them in mind before the video I do, which I'm hoping to get done in the next few days. Don't know when I'll upload it, but at least get it filmed. Maybe tomorrow get it filmed and get it up before the end of the month so I can plan it. You could go look at pumpkins for 24 hours and we'll donate money to a charity. That'd be crazy. Oh, it could be a good idea to do that day on a day when I stream the Lonely Pumpkin Mega Marathon, and then I could see how many I get done on stream as well. So then it's like, okay, you guys get the first look into some of the last pages I'll do for the day, and then right at the end of streaming I can do the wrap up or the next day or whatever. That could be a good idea, because the days I stream are the days that I don't work, so those would be the days that I'd be thinking about doing it anyway. It would be either Wednesday, Friday, Sunday or Monday, and the days I don't work, so I could dedicate the whole day. My days also don't start, for colouring anyway, they don't start very early, so it won't be a full day. But it'll probably be a good like 12 hours, 10 hours. Yeah, I thought that was a fun way to get me colouring a bunch of pages in there, but not feel slogged down by all the editing. There'll still be quite a bit of an edit to do, but it will just be for one video, and it will be one time, and it will be done. That was quite good timing. I managed to colour the rest of the background whilst chatting about that. Yes, go live like a telethon, but without raising money. That'd be cool. Maybe we can comment every time we check back. That should give you a boost. Yeah, that'd be great. Need to head down and check the laundry. It's beeping. See you soon. No worries. No editing if live. I don't know if I could do live for a whole day, but yeah, do like towards the end of the day. See if I can get 2 or 3 pages done. That would be a good goal. But yeah, this is where I'm leaving this page tonight. Let me grab Lonely Pumpkin, because from last year I've got my nice tracker and then I've got my messy tracker, where I was like recording down which ones I wanted to do and which ones I'd filmed and edited and whatnot. And then you can see I've got, I don't know if you can see, I've got my tallies down here. So I will do the tallies in a different colour. Let's grab a pencil. I've got a green pencil. So yeah, I can flip through here, and if you shout any pages, it's not too many people in here, 30 people, and even fewer people chatting. But if you see a page you like, and if you're doing a rewatch, comment. I will be doing a separate video where I flip through this in its entirety and go over the possible pages. First time seeing this book, it is super cute. It's by Ohuhu, who does the Witches series of books. So I'll do a very quick flip where you can see kind of preview of all the ones I have done. It was a lot of fun. And I was going through the other night finding my new alcohol markers that match the colours for it. But yeah, we got page 1, which is The Story Begins. 2 is Swings. 3, Welcome. 4, Oh No. 5, They Are Here. 6, Vampire's Favourite Pet. 7, Dreaming. 8, Moths to a Flame. 9, Trapped. 10, Raking the Leaves. 11, Haunted Body. I've done 12, Frog Wizards, and then we have 13, Crafting. I've done 14, What Will Come of This. This was inspired by Yusiku herself, the kind of pinky colour palette. 15, Haunted Library. There were a lot to go through, guys, so 16, Boo. 17, Let's Build a Snowman. 18, Wakey Wakey. 19, Forest Serenade. 20, Tending the Garden. 21, Baking Gone Bats. 22, Dead End. 23, Black Cat's Coven. 24, At the Fair. 25, Drying Herbs. 26, Midnight Dance Practice. 27, Clean Ghosts. 28, What Have We Here? 29, Friends. I was very close to doing this one last year, but didn't. 30, Home Sweet Home. 31, Decorating the Halloween Tree. And that's the end of Lonely Pumpkin 1. Then moving into the second book. Home Alone. I've done this one, T for 1. I need to get my other list, which has the numbers, because the first time I did the numbers I did it wrong while I recounted them. So we had 32 Home Alone, 33 Tea for One, 34 Bat Post. Recommending the whole book, yeah. 35 Cursed Shelf, 36 Ghost Tea, 37 Fallen Leaves, 38 Magnificent Moth, 39 This Is Halloween, I've done New Friend, 41 Walkies, 42 Endless Knit, 43 Merry-Go-Round, 44 Bat Balloons, 45 Bath Time, 46 Happy Discord, 47 Who You Gonna Call, 48 To Be or Not to Be, 49 I've done is Fishbones, 50 Bike Trip, 51 You'll Join Us Someday, 52 Bad Weather, 53 Lullaby in Frogland, 54 Lunch, 55 Bedtime, 56 Treasure, 57 Sweet Dreams, 58 Feeling Pretty, 59 Cozy Night. I've done Best Friends, number 60. I've just noticed I've also got numbers down here. 61 That Fall Weather, and I've done 62 Night Flight. And that's the end of book 2. Book 3 definitely has more detailed pages and is the one I've done the most from. So this is 63 Fall, 64 Rearranging, 65 Hiding in the Pumpkins, done 66 Autumn Leaves. This was one my dad picked last year. 67 Baking Mishap, 68 It's Raining Frogs, 69 Bath by the Fire. That might be my favourite, I really like it. 70 Black Cat's Parade, 71 Dive-In, 72 Cauldron Pride. Oh, Cauldron Ride, not Pride. 73 Hand Shadows, 74 Needlepoint, 75 Lost in the Woods I've done, 76 A Special Day, 77 Bats, and I've done 78 Pumpkin Harvest. We got 79 Lovely Sounds, 80 Blanket Fort. Someone's got a bingo. We got 81 I've done Through the Woods, another one of my favourites actually. 82 Dusting, 83 Merry Meet, 84 Decor Frenzy, 85 Airmail, 86 Bliss, 87 Bone Balloons, 88 Doctor's Orders, 89 Restful Slumber, 90 Movie Night, and I've done 91 Trick or Treat, 92 Writing a Letter, and then the final one I have done, 93 Happy Halloween. So that is Lonely Pumpkin Had a Great Fall. Poor Jess having to count all these votes. It won't take me too long. I'm just going to go back because it's all in pretty much number order. Now we'll just mark them down. You just watched all my Lonely Pumpkins last night, mostly so I can watch you use alcohol markers. Yeah, it's very quick. I do have the Lonely Pumpkin wrap-up video, which is a long-form video. I do go through it. Oh, Paulina, is that all of them? I'm gonna note down any that had. Oh, Paulina did as I went recorded down her faves. I like that. That is helpful. Right. 1 for 1. Then 5. 1, 5, 6, and 8. I'm doing it in a different colour just so I can see compared to last year. 10, 13. Oh, I've already done 13. Hang on, 13 crafting. Oh, I think you mean the needle point. Maybe I said the wrong number. 3 of them. 15, 2 of those. Oh, I've already done 15. Did I say the wrong numbers whilst going through? Oh, I'm an idiot. I was on Lonely Pumpkin because when I first wrote this out, I went through and numbered them per book, and then I realised that was confusing, so I went through and numbered them from 1 to 93 rather than 1 to 31 and 1 to 31. So I was on Lonely Pumpkin 3 rather than Lonely Pumpkin 1, which is why the numbers weren't matching. So let's do that again. Right, now this will make more sense. 1, 5, 1, 5, 6, 8, 10. 3 for 13. That makes more sense why it's called crafting. I was like, I've got a page called crafting. This one's kind of crafty. 2 for 15. 3 for 18. 20. 21, 22, 23. This isn't too bad actually. Can you colour that long without hurting your body? Kimberlyn, honestly, I colour that long normally during the day. And yeah, my body hurts. My body is always hurting. 2 for 28. 29. 2 for 30. 2 for 35. 1 with exclamation mark. That's cursed shelf. 41, 45, because now my numbers don't match, so I have to refer them on the other one. Your brain is getting tired, yeah. It's a good job I'm wrapping up soon. 41 is walkies. 41, 45 is bath time. 2 for them. 47, who are you gonna call? 48, to be or not to be. 54, lunch. Oh, I do like lunch. The one with the big mushroom. I remembered that from last year. I'm like hoping someone would pick it, and I don't think anyone did. No, didn't have a tally for it, so if I picked one, it probably would have been that one. 57, 58, Sweet Dreams Feeling Pretty. 59, 2 of those. 63, 64. Okay, I'm gonna have to erase these green ones. It's gonna confuse me. Luckily, I have the Dermot eraser, and it erases things much easier now. Okay, mostly erased. Right, where did I get to? 63. 4, 64, 68. Sorry, this is probably a bit boring for you guys, but I'm almost there. 70. 73. And shadows. 76 and 79. And lovely sounds. It's interesting seeing which ones were also requested last year and what is now. What's requested now, like a lot of them have sort of continued on the tallies, but some of them are new requests, which is nice. 80, Blanket Fort, 84, Decor Frenzy, 83, 88, 85. Ooh, almost there. 86 and 88. Bliss. Doctor's Orders. And then I've got all of Paulina's. 9, 15, oh, that one's got a lot of votes. 23, 37, to refer to this one now, Fallen Leaves. I do like that one. 42, 46, Discord, 57, 58, 68. It's Rain of Frogs, hallelujah. 70 and 74. Black Cat's Parade. 74 is Needlepoint. Ta-da! Done! I am done. May or may not have added the book to my Amazon basket. Nice! So yeah, I've got a now very messy tally chart. May redo this page again for my tallies. Just so it's less confusing with the numbers and everything. But yeah, I'm excited to do my day of Lonely Pumpkin. I think that's what I'm going to call it. And the plan is to do it at the start of the month, so if anyone else feels inspired to do this, it doesn't have to be a film video or anything. But if they feel inspired to do a bunch of Lonely Pumpkin pages, then they can do. So yeah, I'll be looking to do that towards the start. I did buy the Colouring Heaven's Cute and Cozy Halloween book yesterday from Asda. Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm trying to be good and not buy as many cute and cozy books because I've got a lot and I don't colour in them so much anymore. You just got that diamond eraser, it's life changing. It really is. It took me 3 years of colouring to get it, and now I use it all the time. It's just sat there. The amount of times I just quickly erase a bit, because it's so much better at erasing coloured pencil than it is using a normal one. Hi Whitney, you are joining us just as we are finishing off here, I'm afraid. And the same to Colourful Planner Mother of 3. We're just going over a future project for next month where I'm going to do a day and see how many pages I can colour in this book. So far it's 15 out of 93. I think I would like to colour this book belongs to page as well, because that's not included in the 93. Maybe I'll do that to start with, like to start off with. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm really excited. At the moment, the ones with the most votes I can share. Haunted Library. This has got a lot of 3 votes from you guys and then 1 from last year. Wakey Wakey has a lot of votes. And Crafting has a lot of votes. We've got 3 votes for this one and this one. May change when I post the full video. Wakey Wakey. And then anything else have 3? No, those are the 3 most actually. So these will definitely be high contenders. I definitely need to colour in the first book a bit more because I only did 2 from Lonely Pumpkin 1. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Lonely Pumpkin 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 from Lonely Pumpkin 3. If I had to pick just one, the third one is my favourite because it's got some more detailed pages that I just personally find more interesting, whereas the first one has a lot of just Lonely Pumpkin dressed up like something on a page with like maybe one other object. That one is really cute. 19. Has anyone voted for that one? No. I should go through there and pick out a few pages that stand out to me. But yeah, I'll change it up. I'll kind of flip through and go, okay, I like this one. What's got a lot of votes? Let's check this one. That was a cute one. Yeah, try and... Obviously, I cannot please everyone. I cannot do everyone's favourite page, but yeah, it's good to just have a starting point. But yeah, last year I had my mum pick me a page, and my dad picked me a page, and Zoe picked me a page because I went to hers and she picked one for me. I think this was the one my mum picked. She just picked randomly, which I was like, that's annoying. And then my dad picked that Autumn Leaves one, and he challenged me to do every leaf a different colour. And so I was like, okay. And then he was like, well, you haven't done it. I was like, I couldn't do them all a different colour, but I did as many different colours as I could. This one. I did every kind of leafish colour in my collection. It was fun. I just wasn't a fan of the background colour. It was very bright because my lighter shade of blue had run out. And I wanted to do a daytime scene for this because I've done a lot of nighttime scenes. But yeah, I just like the variety in this book. I'm really looking forward to it. And it'll be fun to do some on stream as well with you guys at the end of that day. So I think that's the plan now, to do it. Maybe the second Wednesday or Friday of October, something like that. But I'm not sure. I see the dog and my brain is like zero. I have given the dog a name. His name is Boo. And there's a page near the back where they're going dog walking. And when I was flipping through it, yeah, here it is. I was like, this is Boo and this is Bones. We got Lonely Pumpkin and Lonely Skeleton with their dogs Boo and Bones. I thought that was so cute. I do like that page. Yeah, I called the dog Boo with a human. Oh, her pumpkin, Lonely Pumpkin. She's just called Lonely Pumpkin. Maybe I need to finish my Palestine pages, so I go down to 59 books and pick up Lonely Pumpkin. That would be so fun. Yeah, it's a lovely book. And there's a Christmas book of this as well. And I want to see more Usiku books. She's got a cute and cozy ones, but it didn't appeal to me personally. But I loved the witches. I loved this. I loved that she was a featured artist in the Halloween special. I would have totally got that if there were more Usiku pages in it. But there were just too many kind of creepy Halloween ones that I was like, I'm never going to colour that. I know for a fact. Hi Dawn. Sorry, you are joining us as I am finishing off tonight. I'm having a bit of a earlier finish. But here was where I got up to with the page. Really happy. It looks black on camera, but in real life it is definitely brown, this background. I need to go over the moon here with another layer of white paint. And then I think off camera I will do the metallic paint. I will use the Ganzo Tambi. Let's see if you guys can suggest me one. It's past 10 PM, my brain mode has went to, it's not probably, oh, Pumpkin and Boner Man. Love that. Loving their dogs. So I want to use one of these. What do you think? This is kind of silvery, but this is kind of like a warm white gold. Which one do you think? 906, 905, 904. I don't want to do any of the yellowy gold. I think kind of a warmer tone could look good. I'm trying to give you a good look at them. Shiny. What do you guys think? I'd usually go with 906, but I'm kind of thinking, yeah, 905. Oh, 2 for 905, 3 for 9. Okay, yes. It's got more of a gold shine to it. It's really hard to pick it up on camera. That's probably the best angle for getting the colour. And if it just has that slight warmth to it, but still is a nice cool gold. And I don't use it very often. You can see the colour I do use a lot. Love how 905 changes as you move the page. Yeah, some lights it looks more silvery and some lights it looks more gold. It's probably the shiftiest one. Such a shifty paint. So okay, I will paint that moon with 905 off camera, so then it's ready for next week's stream, which will be on Wednesday, the 1st of October. Yeah, I thought I would do this now, so then I had the page completed for October rather than September. But then I at least started it in September because RJ is my focus artist for the month of September. And the reason I wanted to wait to finish it in October is because it's a buddy colour with Lauren, and she's doing it for. I don't think I'm making any sense now. It's getting late. It's time for bed. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for listening to me ramble about Lonely Pumpkin. Did lose 5 viewers whilst doing that, but that's fine. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you all on the next stream, which will be next Wednesday. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. rest of your evening, or have a good night's sleep, as that's what I am headed to do now. Get ready for bed. Yeah, thanks for joining me, everyone. Bye bye.